Hello babes, welcome back. Today I have a special guest. She is a movie star, she is a mega actress, and she's obsessed with the 90s. Today I have Addie.
Hello everyone, so glad to be here.
So today I will be doing her makeup. We're gonna get glammed up. I'm also gonna be interviewing her. She is an actress. We're gonna be talking about her passions. We're gonna be talking about what got her into acting and a little bit about herself. So yes, let's get started. Okay, so Addie, you are an actress. You are a megastar. How does it feel to be who you are?
It feels great. You know, just becoming your true self and who you've always wanted to be, you know, following a journey that you started as a child and making your way up is just phenomenal. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, so first off, we're gonna start. Wow. First off, we're gonna start with this Evian spray that I got. It's like a mist. It's supposed to tone your face and hydrate your face, and I like to do this before I put anything on my face. It's just like water. Okay. So if you're allergic to anything, it's literally just water. So yeah, we're gonna do that first. It's gonna feel so good. Okay. There you go. We're gonna let that dry. What got you into acting? Like, who inspired you, and who are your favorite people that you look to for influences?
Well, my parents got me into acting. They started me at the National Children's Theater downtown Nashville. And from there, it just became something like to keep us busy, to keep us in the arts. And from there, I just kept doing it. Like, it never left. And I like to say it's a little bit of a love story between me and acting, because in high school, like, I didn't want anything to do with it. It wasn't a good time, but then I got to college and we just found each other again. So it was amazing. And the actresses I look up to are so many, but I would have to say the ones that come to mind right now are Angela Bassett, Nia Long, Tatiana Ali, Julia Roberts, Regina King.
All the greats.
So many. Natalie Portman. The list goes on. Men, I would have to say Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington, Robert De Niro. Let's see, Corey Haim.
Yes, that's I was obsessed with him.
Yes,
bro, I was obsessed with him when I was like in my little 80s phase. That was my favorite actor.
He's great.
Yes.
River Phoenix.
I love River Phoenix as well.
And Richard Gere.
You have some good influences. We already put the spray on her face. I don't really use foundation ever, and I don't think I want to use foundation on her skin because we're going for like a natural look anyways. We are doing, I didn't mention this, but we are kind of emulating one of her favorite actresses' makeup looks. Her name is Nia Long. Her picture's going to be right here, what we're going to be emulating. And so let's get on. So I'm not going to do any foundation. I am going to brighten up the under eye because in the photo, Nia Long, she likes to brighten the under eye a little bit. So I am going to use a little bit of my BB cream mixed with a little bit of my concealer to kind of get like her tone and not really look so pale underneath. So yeah. You like the 90s, don't you? So who is your favorite like actress from the 90s?
Let me see. I would have to say I'm gonna have to go with Angela Bassett. She did Waiting to Exhale, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, Tina Turner, Jackson's American Dream, all in the 90s. So her portfolio is, very large. And yeah, I get a lot of my inspiration from Miss Angela Bassett.
Yes, I love Miss Angela Bassett. And the thing is, I have a story about her. So my auntie, she lives in Atlanta, and her church, her and Angela Bassett goes to the same church. And it's crazy. So she met her. And I think that's just a cool thing to say. Like, that's like so cool. Like, Angela Bassett went to your church. Right. What? Okay, I'm gonna look this way. So what are your favorite 90s movies?
I'm gonna go with Titanic, Waiting to Exhale, of course. Soul Food, Matilda. This way. Okay. And is License to Drive, is that 80s? Is that 90s?
I think that's 80s.
80s?
Yeah, that's like 87.
Juice, Set It Off. Oh my gosh, that performance, just amazing.
Yes, it made me cry.
Yes.
It made me cry.
I think that is one of Jada Pinkett's one of the best performances
Yes.
I've ever seen in Jada.
I was gonna say, like, even in Juice, like, I watched Juice. Okay, y'all, don't freaking, like, come for me, but I watched Juice for the first time this year, actually.
Oh.
Because, like, I wasn't, like, I don't know what was wrong with me. Like, my parents, my sister, everybody have seen all of the black classics and everything, but, like, I've seen it. Like, I've seen, like, Love and Basketball, but, like, I've never, like, seen, I didn't see Boys in the Hood. Like, I didn't see Soul Food. I didn't see, what else was it? I didn't see Juice. I didn't see Menace to Society. Like, I don't know where I was when I was little. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing. No. But, like, I just, like, watched it, like, this past year and this year. And first off, I'm going to say I love Menace to Society. Like, I watched it, like, 5 different times after the first time. Right. And it's so good. I'm in love with Kane. Like, I think he's so fine. Oh, my gosh. Like, oh, my goodness. And then Boys in the Hood made me cry. Like, I was bawling, crying, because it makes me, like, it makes me so emotional to, like, see it, because it's, like, I don't like seeing, like, hate that right way. Like, I feel like Ricky could have lived if it wasn't for hate, if it wasn't for, like, unnecessary killings. Like, why are you killing someone? Why are you killing him? For what? Exactly. It was for no reason. It had me crying in my room. Like, I was bawling because there's no reason. And then, like, the fact that it, like, happens today, like, that stuff is true. Like, people still do that, you know? Anyways, I just get really emotional about it. I do. I get really emotional about stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know. So what are some recent acting gigs that you have done?
My most recent one I just finished. It's titled Fear. It is a horror film, but this summer I recently starred in a film called Home, which is a modern rendition of The Wizard of Oz. And I did that with On-Set Film Camp. And another film I did this year was in college. I cannot remember. Yeah, I did a short film in college, and then I did a lot of theater in college, which prepared me for the films I was gonna be in. So.
That's good. So tell me about your experiences in Fear. How was that like? What is it about, and what was your experience like doing that?
Fear is about a group of kids, a group of friends that go on spring break in a haunted cabin, and that's when everything just goes horrible. You know, people start to die, and it's really a story about just like hearing things in your mind or seeing things in your mind. And the experience was nice. I met some really great people, and the director is actually a friend of mine. It was really different because I don't know, I feel like I'm good at horror, but I can get better. But it was a nice experience with, you know, the screaming, the makeup. It was really nice.
Was there any like time where you felt nervous to kind of perform a certain thing?
Oh yes.
Tell us about that time.
There was one scene where I just had to scream and pretend like, you know, I'm this demon or something. Yeah. That whole thing was just like, am I doing it right? Like, because I'm really hard on myself about my performances. Yeah. So that was just different. Like, just to scream and scream and scream and making sure that you're doing it correctly. And not too loud, not too low.
Do you ever get, like, shy? Because, like, I'm shy. So, like, do you ever get shy to, like, do certain things?
Oh, not really. No? You know, I think now I'm used to being in the camera, but when I do have new experiences, I can feel like the heart flutters and everything. But after a while, you know, the directors, if you have a good director, that is when you can really channel your inner actor or actress, when they can guide you to do what you need to do.
Tell us about the first time you went. Have you ever auditioned? Yes. So tell us about the first time you ever auditioned, and what age were you when you first auditioned?
My first audition was for an agency, and I remember I was in elementary school, so around 5, 6, or 7, and I had to do an audition for a bubble commercial. And I remember just getting the cold read script and just repeating it and repeating it. My mom was helping me the whole entire time. So when I finally did it, you know, it came natural. I was a little nervous, didn't really know what was going on, but it was fun, and I really liked it.
That's good. Yeah. I can tell you a story about my first audition. So when I was younger, my sister wanted to be an actress. Like she was into the acting. We would go to audition after audition after audition.
Right.
I had little opportunities that came across, but I was such a shy kid. Like I had a lot of talents, I would say, but I was just I let my nerves get the best of me all the time. So I have a funny story of this audition. I remember it was downtown. I don't remember what it was for. I'm pretty sure it was for a commercial. This day, I absolutely hated my hair. Like, it was so ugly to me, but now that I think about it, it was kind of cute. But, like, at the time, I thought it was so ugly. Like, I was not confident in myself. Like, my mom, like, she used to do my hair. So, she never, like, she's like, if you touch your hair, like, I'm gonna hit you, this and that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate my hair, and I don't want to go to this audition because I'm nervous, and this isn't for me, this is for Diamond. Like, because I was, like, nervous. I didn't know how to, like, control my emotions at that age because they were so new. I never felt like such anxiety before about doing anything, and like I kind of wasn't guided on how to kind of go through those emotions. So I would like cry and say I don't want to do it. But then when we got there, like I just remember going over the lines, and I kind of still remember the line. It was like, I really like more. We're learning to read and write, or something. It's great. And it's so funny because I went over and over and over and over and over that
just
line.
Make sure you get it,
Yes, and I didn't know what more was. I was like, what is more? Like, I really love more. What is more? Like, I didn't get it. I was like, I think I was like 6 or 7. I'm pretty sure I was like 6 or 7, or maybe 8, maybe, I don't know. But I was pretty young. And I didn't know what more was, and my mom was like, more is school. I was really nervous. I went into this room. It was kind of like this, almost, except they had a huge camera. It was almost like you're already filming the commercial.
Right. Like one of them TV cameras?
Yeah, so we were, and then they had like a little green screen in the back, and they had an X where you stand. And I stood there, and and they were like, okay, action. And I was like, I really like more, you know, my little self. And my mom couldn't come in. She was in the window, so I seen her, like, looking through the window like this. And that's when I kind of realized, like, that, I think that situation, I realized that I liked the camera, and I loved, like, just being the center.
Right.
Because as nervous as I was, I cried. Okay, I cried my butt off. But I went in there and it just all went away, and I realized, like, I do like doing this, you know? Like, this is actually really fun. Have you ever had that sort of kind of epiphany moment? And tell us about it.
Where I realized this is, like, what I want to do.
Yes.
Okay, so I was in 6th grade, and I ended up getting signed to an agency in Chicago from an event in Florida. And it was for a Lowe's commercial. So we get there to the set, and this is my first, like, really, you know, major set to be on, with all the cameras, the extras and everything. And it was a back to school thing. And I remember we had to do something where I was playing with a tablet, and I just couldn't get it. But the director, like, he really, like, okay, this is what you need to do, and we're going to keep doing it until you get it. It's no rush. And I just love that feeling of being, like you said, right in front of the camera, knowing that lots of people is gonna see this.
Yeah.
And right then and there in that moment, I knew that, like, you know, you can do it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
Were you a shy kid when you were younger, or how were you? Like, were you outgoing? Were you out there? Like, how were you as a young kid?
As a kid, I was really quiet. But at the same time, you know, I could make friends. I could talk to people. What's the word for, like, the both of them when you're an introvert and an extrovert?
An ambivert?
Yes, I was definitely one of those.
Do you have any history of any actresses or actors in your family?
Not really. I know my mother, I think she did some acting in high school. But I have a cousin, her name is Brianna Scrimmins, and she is a producer. So she's like the one in the family whom I can look up to for, like, the entertainment industry.
I forgot that I'm explaining her makeup. So right now I'm trying to brighten. So Nia Long has a little bit of a thing where she has her eyebrows brightened right at the bottom, and then she has like a brown in the crease. So right now I'm just lightening a little bit, like putting a little bit of light eyeshadow on the lid, and then I'm gonna go in with the brown, and then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer to brighten the under eyebrow. So yes.
Sound like a professional.
I really do, and I don't know what I'm doing. Are you only into acting, or would there be a possibility that we'll see you directing in the future, or producing, or writing? Like, are you interested in any other aspects than just being an actress?
Yes, I am. I'm definitely interested in writing and directing. I feel like there are lots of stories that needs to be told, but they don't have that, you know, that foundation to be told, or like no one is writing their stories. And I feel like that's something I would definitely be into, especially with, you know, Black stories or something cultural that I can really just get out there and spread messages about.
So do you write anything now, or do you have any ideas that you like kind of brainstorm now, or you just?
Well, right now, I know me and my dad want to write a film about his life story, which is actually very interesting. And I know I have other ideas that I haven't yet, you know, put on paper, but they're definitely there.
Okay. Do you have any favorite directors that you like?
My favorite directors would be James Cameron, Ava DuVernay, Martin Scorsese, Spike Lee, John Singleton, and John Hughes.
Ooh, and you know, you mentioned Martin Scorsese, or how you say his name, and I love a lot of his films. I really do. Like, y'all, oh my gosh, I can't even see me. That's crazy. But y'all, I love Martin Scorsese, like, for real.
Phenomenal.
Didn't he? Let me think. It's this movie called Goodfellas.
Robert De Niro.
Yes, I love that movie. I watch it like 5 times a month. Okay.
Yes,
it's so good.
That's crazy, because on my last day at work, I was watching Goodfellas.
You were?
Yes.
Crazy. Yes, Goodfellas is that movie. I recommend it to everybody. Everyone should watch Goodfellas. And then you also mentioned John Hughes. John Hughes is like a huge ordeal in the acting community, in the acting world.
Yes.
So what is a favorite film of yours, a favorite John Hughes film?
I would have to say, probably The Breakfast Club.
I'm so
The
glad
Breakfast
you said
Club.
that. I love The Breakfast
Club.
Club. I see. Okay, and I was talking about. I was talking to you off camera about how I was obsessed with the 80s. The Breakfast Club was like something that I lived by. Like, I thought I was one of them. I thought I was. What is it called? The Brat Pack.
Yeah.
I thought I was them. Literally. How about Pretty in Pink? Do you like Pretty in Pink?
Yes.
I love that movie.
What's her name? Molly Ringwald?
Yeah.
Great actress.
Yes. She did that. And then I just love, wasn't it Matthew, what's his name?
No. Am I saying
Wait,
the right person?
is it Andrews? No, it's not Matthew McConaughey. What was his name? The dude that was in Pretty in Pink. Was it,
Not Ducky. Are you talking about Ducky?
Not Deck. He's my favorite. I love John Carter. What's his name? John Carter. Yeah. But no, it was the cute one, the love interest, Andrew. It's like Matthew or Andrew or something.
I'm trying to remember. I do not remember his name.
Dang, but I really thought he was like so cute. Like he wasn't cute as in like, oh, he was fine, but like he was cute as in like he was adorable to me. I thought he was so adorable.
I can see his face, but like his name isn't like, coming.
It's like freaking Andrew. It's something along those lines. It's something
crazy.
Along those lines. I don't remember. Guys, so I'm going to finish her makeup off camera, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the finished product of her whole face, and then we're going to move on to her hair. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so we are done with her makeup. This is the finished product.
This is the final look. I love it. It's very reminiscent of the 90s, and that was exactly what we were going for.
I'm so glad that she liked it. I really tried the freaking knee-long look. This is my first time doing anything like 90s. So, yeah, I'm so glad that it just turned out right. So next we're going to be doing her hair. Well, I don't know if you want me to do it or you want to instruct me to do it or you're going to do it. Which one?
Well, I'm not really going to do anything big, just bringing some more life to it. I feel like it's kind of dry. So I'm just going to spray some water, comb it out, put moisturizer in it, and that's about it.
All right, yeah. So I guess I'll just pull up a chair and I'll watch her do it while asking her some more questions.
Okay.
All right. So explain to us what you're going to start off with doing.
So first, I'm going to start by putting my hair in like a section and just putting the rest, just to the back. Since we're just going simple, we're going to start just... very simple. I didn't know that much water would come out. And just, putting water through it. And that's about it.
She has really nice hair.
Thank you.
It's really pretty. We were talking about 90s music off camera. I do want to ask you, what is your favorite genre of music to listen to?
R&B.
R&B.
Yes. I love R&B. The vibes of it, the stories that they tell in the music, and the way that you can like feel it. Not just in your mind, but like in your soul.
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yes. I feel like 90s R&B, like, it take you along the song. Like, it's a story in the song, of course, like you said, but like, you can really, it's a lot of storytelling and a lot of 90s music, period. Like, even in rap, like in 80s rap and in 90s rap, like, there was a lot of storytelling.
Yes, and taking you,
Yeah, like, I could visualize while listening to the song.
Like, okay, I'm in the song too.
Yeah. Like, I can see the movie you're painting here.
Yes.
I feel like compared to nowadays, like, there really isn't a story.
No.
Like, I try so hard, y'all. I try so hard to listen and, like, to understand, but I can't understand it. Like, they just say stuff that rhyme.
Right.
And it's just like,
and like, what's the meaning of the what's the meaning of the
I
song?
don't get it. I don't understand. I like the beat.
Yeah. The beat is nice.
Yeah, I like the beat. That's all. That's really it. I can't relate to the lyrics.
What about the music videos? Do you like the music videos of today?
I like Doja Cat's music videos. She really puts a lot of art into her art. She puts a lot of just work into her, and passion into her art, into her visuals, and I enjoy that. It's very entertaining. I don't really know of anybody else. Like, I don't really watch music videos, other people's music videos, because it has no, like, context, really.
Right.
Like, I like the fact that Doja kind of incorporated a lot of film into her music videos. It's kind of like how, like, Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson used to do their stuff. Like, she kind of puts a lot of, like, a storyline into it. What are some of your favorite music videos that you like of all time?
All time, I love Rhythm Nation. The whole concept of Rhythm Nation, just with dealing with social issues, and the black and white. I don't know. Was she probably like the trendsetter for the all black and white? Like, was that the?
I feel like she is.
Like that whole era of music videos, just
Yeah.
like black and white.
Yeah.
I love that. The Rhythm Nation video. Michael Jackson's "Leave Me Alone" video. All the art, which was very reminiscent of the circus.
Yeah.
And you know his Dangerous album cover? That is one of the most beautiful albums I've ever seen in my life.
I've literally just sat down and just looked at it. And
Yes.
just like trying to picture everything. And everything in that album cover was just everything that kind of resonated with him in a sense. And I loved it. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It was really
Just
beautiful.
like him.
Yeah, just like him. So what are you going to do next after you put water in?
Well, I usually do this. I use Tegan hair products.
Mm-hmm. What is
Which
that?
is Thank God It's Natural. And it's the daily buttercream. And I just literally used water. I put that in. But I already have a lot of it in, like, before I came here. So that's basically the whole routine that I do. And I use the Eco for just to, like, lay it down, make sure it's flat.
So this is her finished product. She looks beautiful. So how did you like this video?
I loved it. This is my first interview. So I'm glad it was with Jasmin. You know, we have a lot in common. And she's just an amazing person with a great positive, aura. You can feel people's vibrations, and she has a really
Oh, that is so sweet. Yes. That's so sweet. I love that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching us do her makeup and do her hair. I also want to thank ADDAE for coming here and sharing her art and sharing her passions with us. And I hope that she inspired you with her stories. And yes, so thank you ADDAE for coming today. If you guys want more, make sure you tune in to the next upload and the next time I sit down with another special guest. So yes, love you. Bye.
Spike Lee. What's the man who did Friday? John
Freak,
Singleton.
Yeah.
John Singleton.
I was going to say John Hughes, and I love John Hughes.
John Hughes.
I love John
Thank
Hughes.
you. That's another one.
I love John Hughes.